The title of this podcast is It's Easier to Fight for One's Principles Than Live by Them. This is a quote from an Austrian psychologist named Alfred Adler. And it really talks about the difficulty of maintaining integrity and making difficult choices that align with your values rather than just talking about them. And oftentimes, what I'll see happen is that we will talk about, these really inspiring values, but when it comes time to live by them in our own lives, it's not something that we do. Uh, for full transparency, I will, share about my own. I'll talk about how important it is to be committed to whether it's exercise or a wellness-centered life, and I've done that for a long time. But that kind of application of commitment was really situational for me because I didn't exercise the same level of commitment when it came to personal relationships with people that I were dating. Instead of being completely committed to one person, I was often dating several people. And so in that sense, I found that it was much easier to fight for and talk and espouse what my principles were than to actually live by them. Thankfully, with the practice, I have, really been more consistent and keeping that commitment of not just speaking about my principles and judging people who don't live by certain principles, but rather I've been living by them, and that feels really really good. So I encourage you to look at your life and the things that you talk about, about how true they are for you and they should be true for others. Are you living by them? It's a lot easier to talk about being loving and kind, but not treat people in our world the same way, especially if they have different values or principles or political leanings. It's a lot easier to not have an open heart if you are not really committed to making sure that what you say is is also shows up in how you live. That's true for the way that you live and move through life. So I encourage you to really consider that. Look at all aspects of your life, like I continually do. And I'm constantly uh, trying to practice being aware of is when I make a statement about something, is that true for me all over? If not, then I got more work to do because I want the principles that I champion to not only just be lip service, but also to be what I'm actually demonstrating in my behavior on a consistent basis.